There's a crossroad neath the cypress tree, where the whispers of the past still run free. Dust on my boots, a storm in my veins, shadow follows calling my name. The bottle's empty but the ache remains, rust on the truck, blood on the chains. Moonlight dances on the devil's grin. A deal was struck and the darkness moved in. Whiskey and shadows, they pull me down, lost in the holler where no light's found. The wind it howls and the night won't sleep, buried in secrets the earth won't keep. Gravel roads and shotgun cries echo loud under blackened skies. Every mile's a debt unpaid, a sinner's hymn where memories fade. Still guitar moans like a mournful ghost, fire in the hills, I'm chasing my hopes. Chains are heavy but the past won't break, every choice is a toll I take. Whiskey and shadows, they pull me down, lost in the holler where no light's found. The wind it howls and the night won't sleep, buried in secrets the earth won't keep. The wind howls low through the hollow pines, the moon's a ghost in the dead of night. Boots on the dirt, the earth feels dry. Whiskey burns as I tell my lies. A church bell rings where the crows won't pray. The preacher's son took the devil's way. The river runs red where it used to gleam. The sins of the south cut deep in the stream. Oh, shadows creep where the lanterns fade. Blood on my hands that won't wash away. The devil's tune hums soft in my ear. In this dark country we drown in fear. A shotgun blast in the midnight air. The wolves cry out, but they just don't care. A deal's been made at the crossroads bend. This path I'm on has no clear end. The dirt road twists like a serpent's spine. Every step I take hangs low on a dust-choked night. A rusted truck bathing pale porch light. Boots on gravel, a gun in hand. The weight of wrongs I can't withstand. Whiskey in the shadows, sin in my veins. Prayers get lost in the cold hard rain. Devils on my shoulder, whispering slow. Where the righteous fear, that's where I'll go. A church bell rings through the cypress trees. A broken hymn carried on the breeze. Graveyard dirt clings to my worn out jeans. Running from the truth, but it always gleams. Whiskey in the shadows, sin in my veins. Prayers get lost in the cold hard rain. Devils on my shoulder, whispering slow. Where the righteous fear, that's where I'll go. Mama's Bible tucked in my pack, but faith feels heavy and I can't look back. Every road I walk feels paved in fire, but I can't shake this dark desire. Out as the dawn creeps near. Ashes of my past scattered far and clear. The weight of my sins, it's mine to bear. A hollow man with 1,000-yard stare. The barn's burned black, the ash is cold. The story whispered, a tale retold. Moonlight cuts through the hollow shade, where sins of fathers never fade. The river runs red like a blood-soaked hymn. Its currents hiding secrets grim. A pistol's weight and a preacher's frown, both chasing shadows in this town. There's whiskey in the wind tonight, a bitter burn, a lonesome fight. Devil's grin in the firelight glow, where the roots run deep and the darkness grows. A rusted truck and a ghostly lane, the smell of rain and a hint of pain. Gravel crunches under boots worn thin, every step a debt of sin. A crow cries out from the cedar tree, a haunting song for the lost like me. The chains we drag, they rattle out, a heavy burden and blackened shroud. There's whiskey in the wind tonight, a bitter burn, a lonesome fight. Devil's grin in the firelight glow, where the roots run deep and the darkness grows. blood-stained sky. Cicadas sing where shadows lie. Boot heels crunch on a gravel road, carrying secrets no soul should hold. Whiskey in the wounds, fire in my chest, chasing the ghosts that won't let me rest. The devil's on my shoulder, laughing at my sins, but I'll keep walking till the darkness ends. A shotgun's rusted, leaning by the barn. The scent of rain clings thick to the farm. The storm's rolling in like a preacher's rage. The past won't stay buried, it's out of its cage. Whiskey in the wounds, fire in my chest, chasing the ghosts that won't let me rest. The devil's on my shoulder, laughing at my sins, but I'll keep walking till the darkness ends. I hear the chains rattle deep in the pines. Every step forward I'm towing my crimes. The wind whispers secrets only I can hear. Every mile I walk, I shed one more tear. The porch light flickers on the old homestead, haunted by memories and words unsaid. I tip my hat to the man I used to be, but he's long gone, just to go set free. The moon hangs low like a judge in the sky, casting its glare on the dirt where I lie. The wolves start to howl, their shadows take shape. Out here with my sins, there's no clean escape. Boots on the gravel, a storm in my chest. The whiskey runs dry, but I can't find no rest. The ghost of her voice whispers sharp in my ear. The past rides beside me, too heavy to steer. Oh, the whiskey on the wind and the smoke in my veins, the weight of the night pulling tight on the reins. I'm chasing the devil down roads made of dust. In the dark we all crumble, we all turn to rust. A shotgun of secrets, a heart split in two, a love left in ashes, a debt overdue. The stars overhead are as cold as her eyes, and the mouth stretched forever neath these lonesome skies. The preacher once told me redemption was near, but his words fell like stones on a heart full of fear. The chapel bells ringing, but I can't walk inside. I'm too far gone now, there's no place to hide. Oh, the whiskey on the wind and the smoke in my veins, the weight of the night pulling hearts turn to rust. There's a storm in the holler, the sky's turned black. The devil's in the distance and he ain't looking back. The creek runs red where the moonlight falls, and the whispers of the pines echo through it all. Oh, whiskey shadows in a blood-stained past, running from a fate that's coming too fast. The night holds secrets it won't let me forget. In the grip of the dark, I'm paying my debt. A shotgun hangs by the old oak tree, a ghost of a promise that won't set me free. Her voice still lingers in the cold night air, a love gone wrong, a sin laid bare. Oh, whiskey shadows and a blood-stained past, running from a fate that's coming too fast. The night holds secrets it won't let me forget. In the grip of the dark, I'm paying my debt. The preacher said, son, you can't outrun sin, but the road keeps calling and I won't give in. The wolves howl low as I count my scars, chasing redemption under these dying stars. The gallows stand where the town meets the plain, a rope for my sins, a knot for my pain. But I'll ride this trail till the morning breaks. In the shadow of my sins, the earth still shakes. The creek runs black where the moonlight fades, a whisper of sins in the cypress glades. Footsteps echo on the hollowed ground where the devil and I once made our rounds. Whiskey shadows, they haunt my trail, a past that lingers, a ghostly tale. Through the pines and the smoke, I hear their cries. In whiskey shadows, the truth never dies. A rusted truck on a dead-end road holds secrets heavy, a heavy load. The bottle's empty, but it burns the same, fueling the fire of a man untamed. Whiskey shadows, they haunt my trail, a past that lingers, the guilty I can't erase. I tried to outrun it, but it cuts like a blade in the dark country night where my debts are paid. The preacher's words can't cleanse my name. The southern grit is a brand of shame. But I keep walking through the midnight mire, chasing shadows and dousing the fire. Low on a dusty ridge, the wind whispers secrets across the old iron bridge. Boots on gravel, a lonesome sound. A man's sins linger where the earth turns brown. The bottle's empty, but the ghost still speaks through the cracks of the floorboards where the whiskey leaks. A shadow dances in the lantern's glow, haunted by a past he'll never let go. Out here the night don't ever forgive, where the devil walks and the broken live, with a six-string sorrow and a voice like rust. The road to redemption is covered in dust. The barn leans hard, it's seen better days. The echoes of laughter lost in the haze. A heart's a hard thing to try and mend when every road feels like it's near the end. Crows on the wire, they know the tale of a man on the run and a love gone stale. The swamp hums low like a mournful hymn as the swamp takes the truth and buries it within. Out here the night don't ever forgive, where the devil walks and the broken live, with a six-string sorrow and a voice like rust. The road to redemption is covered in dust. The sun sinks low behind the pine. Whiskey burns, but it ain't the wine. Rust on the truck, blood on my hand. This old dirt's the law of the land. Hounds are howling, moon hangs thin. A preacher's words won't wash my sin. A shotgun leans by the cabin door. This is a life you don't ask for. Dust on the Bible, smoke in the air. Prayers don't rise, but the devil's there. The swamp runs deep and it calls my name. The shadowed world, there's no one to blame. The lanterns flicker, the wind's gone still. A crow's cry echoes across the hill. I see her ghost in the firelight's glow. The past don't fade, it just grows slow. The cicadas scream, the night creeps in. This hollow ground knows where I've been. A life of sorrow, a debt unpaid in the devil's hands. My soul was made. Dust on the Bible, smoke in the air. Prayers don't rise, but the devil's there. The swamp runs deep and it calls my name. In the shadowed world, there's no one to blame. Low, a sliver of steel, a whippoorwill cries, its voice surreal. The pine trees whisper secrets untold. Beneath their shade, the night's grown cold. The shadows on the hollow weather, where the dark winds blow. Echoes of the past in the river's flow. Whiskey burns like sand. Truth runs deep. Shadows on the holler, where secrets keep. Boots on gravel, a lonesome sound. A ghost in the barn, never found. Rusty hinges scream, the door swings wide. A place where justice and the law divide. Shadows on the holler, where the dark winds blow. Echoes of the past in the river's flow. Whiskey burns like sand. The truth runs deep. Shadows on the holler, where secrets keep. Lanterns flicker, casting fearsome light. A gunshot cracks, splitting the night. The preacher's words, a heavy toll. Prayers for the lost and the devil's soul. The fields lie fallow, choked with weeds. The land remembers all its deeds. Blood in the soil, roots run black. No redemption on this crooked track.
The pines whisper low like ghosts in the breeze. The moon's just a sliver through those skeletal trees. The soil smells of iron, the creek runs red. This land tells a story of the buried and the dead. Shadows on the hollow, they don't let go. They cling to your soul like the devil's own road. Every step I take feels heavy with sin. In the heart of the hollow, the dark pulls you in. The barn door creaks and it's cold to the touch. Rusty old tools that have seen way too much. There's a cross on the hill, crooked and worn, marking a place where a family was torn. Shadows on the hollow, they don't let go. They cling to your soul like the devil's own road. Every step I take feels heavy with sin. In the heart of the hollow, the dark pulls you in. Carries whispers, secrets untold, stories of vengeance, of blood running cold. The stars above hide like they're scared to see the horrors that linger beneath the oak tree. The shotgun's still warm, but my hands feel numb. The echoes of gunfire, a church bell's drum. I tried to run far, but the hollow won't fade. It's a curse in my veins and a debt I've paid. Spills through the cypress trees. A hollow wind hums a mournful tease. A rusted chain swing from an old oak limb. Echoes of sin where the light runs dim. Prints fade in the muddy clay, a path that whispers where the lost souls stay. The river runs black with secrets to keep, burying stories 6 fathoms deep.
Takes a lifetime
sharp in the blood-red dawn, warning all sinners that the road is long. The air tastes thick like smoke and steel. A ghost town groans with wounds that won't heal. Said, boy, there's a reckoning near, but the bottle's my compass, drowning the fear. The cards in my hand, they're all stained with dirt. A joker laughs loud and my luck's been hurt. Shadows on the burns hot, but it don't chase the gray. The earth knows your name and it don't forget. Every step you take's a lifetime debt. Guilty man's head. A shotgun's echo fills the air with dread. Boot prints in the dirt, a trail of sin. A story that starts where the night begins. The devil's in the bottle and he's calling my name. I try to outrun him, but it's all the same. Cicadas scream like a choir of ghosts in a town where the living fear the shadows most. Whiskey and rust, blood in the dust. Prayers don't mean much when your soul's unjust. A life built on lies with a price to pay. Whiskey and rust won't wash away. Preacher's voice cuts through the pines, but his words can't heal these sins of mine. The river runs red where the past won't sleep. A man sows a wind, but the storm runs deep. String moans like a lonesome plea, each note a confession, a piece of me. The night is a judge, the stars my jury. No salvation here, just southern fury. The house on the hill is a hollow shell. Every creak in the wood is a tolling bell. Ghosts in the windows, shadows in the yard. This life ain't nothing but a deck of marked cards. There's a shotgun hanging on the wall, dust on the floor and shadows crawl. A Bible open to a blood-red page. The clock ticks slow, counting down my rage.
wind it howls like a mournful ghost, carving lines on the land I love the most. The devil's whispers ride the southern breeze. In this town of sinners there's no reprieve. Whiskey and rust, blood on my hands, buried my heart in this broken land. The sins of the fathers never wash away. In the shadow of the pines I'll make them pay. There's a church bell ringing down the lane. Each toll feels like a drop of pain. The preacher's voice ain't got no sway, 'cause God turned his back on us today. The river runs black beneath the moon, carrying secrets to the devil's tune. You can't outrun what you can't undo, and vengeance comes like the morning dew. Whiskey and rust, blood on my hands, buried my heart in this broken land. The sins of the fathers never wash away. In the shadow of the pines I'll make them pay. The moonlight spills on the dusty road. Crows are calling where the wild weeds grow. A flask of whiskey and a heavy heart. This broken world tears a man apart. Rusted chains hang by the old oak tree. Ghosts of the past, they won't let me be. The river runs black with the sins of the land. Blood on my boots, a gun in my hand. Oh, the night is dark and the air is thick. The devil's breath, it cuts real quick. Shadows dance where the lost souls tread, in a world of the living but a heart that's dead. The church bell rings but it don't mean grace, just a hollow cry in a godless place. The preacher's gone, took the last train west, left behind the sinners and the dispossessed. Steel guitar wails like a banshee's cry, underneath the stars in a charcoal sky. A lonesome howl from the hounds in the night, chasing down the truth in a losing